Hello guys, welcome to the third video of the sequence. This is a sequence of uh, project development. The project is called Smart Translate, and I'm doing this project with the reason to improve my English and to have a project integrated with AI on my portfolio. So in this video we are going to make the basic setup for the project, install the dependencies, and maybe do the schema with Prisma. So let's go. I'm here with my terminal open in a folder that I will create the project, and I will just run the NextJS start command, but I will run it with npm. So that's it. You can run in whatever package manager you want, and I will give the name here. I will use TypeScript. I'm not using ASLint because I will configure with Biome. I will use the win. I don't want a src directory. Yes, double pack. No. Okay, so it's installing. Okay, I configured the basic. I run the start command from the Next.js. Now if I run npm dev Next.js in the version 15, I can see that the Next.js in the here actually is in the version 15 in React 19. In this moment, as I am recording this video, it's in the stable version of these dependencies. So yeah, and it become very fast with this turbo pack stable version Next.js with React 19. So okay, for now I will just ignore this template and configure the project itself. So the first thing I do when I start a project is to generate a editor config. This is an extension here, editor config, is to set up some settings to my VS Code, to my files. So when I download this extension and click with the right button here, I can generate an editor config file. In this file, I always change here to true and here to true, and I'm gonna explain why. This line right here, trailing white space, is basically to when you forget some space in your line, and if here is true, when you save, I'm hitting Ctrl plus S, it removes this blank space automatically, and this insert final new line configuration to true, set it to true, it will always insert a new line on the final of this file. So if I save the file, we can see that it added a new line here. So okay, editor configured, and in the sequence I like to add a .nvm rc here. It's just to to manage the package JSON. So let me think here. Okay, I use this nvmrc file just to set a configuration that I will show to you, but I want to show exactly what it is. nvmrc file is a configuration file used in Node.js project. It allows specifying which version of Node.js to use in a given project and some other things. But I like to put here the configuration save exact true, and that's to save exactly the dependencies in their versions. So this thing right here I remove because I don't want to update this thing when I put npm install or something like that. I don't want to update my dependencies automatically. I want to update them manually if I want. So I remove that things, and with this configuration here, if I install another dependency, for example, I will install Zod just for show you. This Zod dependency will be placed here with this thing, but if I configure right, I think I'm not configuring right here. This Zod dependency will be here without this thing automatically. So I like to do this, but let me see the right configuration of it. I think it's not even nvmrc. I think it's let me see here, just a second. It's npmrc. Sorry guys. So this npmrc is a configuration file to set up some configurations to the npm, to the package manager of your project. So okay, we saw that if we don't have the configuration and install some dependency, this dependency will be placed here with this thing that allows a automatically dependency update, something like that. But if I remove this dependency, and then now with this right configuration here, if I try to install Zod, we will see that the Zod dependency will be placed here without that thing. So yeah, that's definitely a configuration that I'm using to do here in my projects. And okay, so NextJS is already configured with Tailwind, and now I think we can configure the biome, because you guys remember that I asked to the start questions, to these questions here, to not use that, I won't use it as link, but now I will configure the project with biome.js. Biome.js is a linked format tool, and it's better it's faster than ESLint and prettier. There's their website, and I used this in some projects before, and I liked it. So you can use your the format, the linter that you use it to, but for nowadays I am using this tool for my projects because it's faster, of course, and the configuration is very easy. So I'm just copy this command with npm and paste here on my terminal. Let me stop the project. Okay, we can see that the biome dependency is placed here, and then I just have to run this command, and that's okay. Welcome to biome. Let's get you started. Okay, so it creates a configuration file here that I can change things, set up my configurations here that I want, ident style. It has some another configurations. I have my own file, my own configuration file here. If you guys want to know, it's not something very hard to do, but it's just I just try it to create some simple organization, you know, based on my experiences. So I will just copy this configuration file, save, and that's it. Like there are some things like line ending, ident style, some rules disabled, the formatter, the code style, trailing commas, and that's it. So okay, biome to run biome.js, there are some options of command to lint, to check, to see if there is something wrong with my code, and to basically the command that I like to use is npm biome check, and then I pass the path to the project that I want to check with biome. So I want the biome to check my entire project, and here in the configuration file I said to use the ignore file. So I have here a git ignore file, and this biome.js config is intelligent to use it for me. So for example, when I run this command here, the biome will not check the node modulus entire folder, you know. So basically that's it. But okay, if I run the biome.js command, we will see that there are some errors here, but these errors is related to the .next folder. I don't know why, because it's on my git ignore file. Let me see. Let me just reload the VS Code. It's normal, guys, to when I am creating a project from the scratch, it's very normal to appear some errors, some issues, some comment that is not working as expected. But I personally, as a developer, I know that's a very common thing to happen, and I just try to read the documentation well, read the documentation again, and try. So that's it. It's normal to appear errors and issues unexpected. But okay, let's try to run again. And okay, it's looking for the .next folder. I'm see here with if we put .next direct here, it will run. It's running yet. Okay. Here. Okay, but instead of just running this command, I like to run a specific command from Biome.js that in the command line you can set these ignored files. So ignore file Biome.js has a, let me see, ignore file, ignore. Let's try to configure it right. Linter ignore. Okay, so let's see, linter rules ignore. Let's pass here okay, and .next folder. Let's try. Okay. Oh. CLI check. Okay, here VSC use ignore file. So if I run npm biome check, pass this option here, true. Okay, interesting. It's looking for the .next folder yet. Okay. Let's see here what's wrong. Just a second. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back here, and I realized that to run, I don't know exactly the reason, but if I set here the ignored folders that I want, like node modules and .next, it works. So here we can see that the formatting, the linting is looking for only the app page, like layout page, not even the next or node modules. So that's right. And here this is talking about this things here, because I forgot the name, these quotes, because it's reinforcing that is a single style. If I put here double and run again the check command, we'll see that there's nothing there's no warning. So okay, if I run this again, it will be a lot of warnings, and to fix that, we can just run npm biome check and pass the flag right. Okay, so it's changed and fix these things, and if you will run check again, there's nothing to show here because it's everything okay. So that's it, but I like to configure in the package.json some scripts to that, two scripts with biome, one to only check the code base and another to write to fix the code base. And I like to use this command here, biome ci. Let me see if I can find here. Biome ci is to using CI environments, warns formatter, linter, and import sorting to requested files. Okay, so I like to use this command because in the future we are going to see that we are using this in a GitHub action. So I will call biome check and write down biome ci, pass the flag vsc vcs vcs use ignore file equals true, and I think that's it. Let me see if this command is right. pnpm biome check. Okay, it runs and check my code base. To test, let's remove in some page the trailing comma. If I save, you see that automatically put here, but I will save without formatting and then run the command again. So yeah, biome is already working. Okay, and to write, to fix, I will create this command biome fix, that is biome ci. I don't know exactly the command fix. That's right. Okay, let me see if it's right what the copilot says here. So again, let's remove this, save without formatting, and run npm biome fix. It's not expecting this context. Okay, so if I go right, it's not expected. Okay, because I think this ci command is just to check yeah, because I know with the check command I can pass this right option here. Let's see, I will run the check command, it will throw in this warning here to me, and if I run the fix command now, it fixes. Okay, that's it. So I like to put these two commands here just to run frequently and check my code base, and in the future we are going to use this in a GitHub action to run in every pull request. So okay, this video will be very long if I create a schema with Prisma, so I will leave it to the next video. So for the next video we are going to create the entire schema, database schema with Prisma, and create a seed file to populate our database every time I run the npm dev command. And also we will configure some Docker locally to run my database instance, some Postgres database instance, and that's it. In the next video we are going to make these configurations, and now I will just push this to my GitHub repository. So that's cool to see too. So I will show to you guys how I do this thing. First, I will just remove this boilerplate, this NextJS boilerplate. So, okay. I will just remove these things, these styles. Yeah, I'm gonna remove these styles. In the page, I'm going to exclude this thing and leave on a hello world. Page. Okay, so that's it. Let me see if they want this. Okay, so that's it. Everything okay. Now I'm going to sync with my database repository. I've already created one. Let's call it Smart Translator. Okay, so I'm going just to copy that, add the remote origin. I'm already on the main branch, and okay. So here I will just make initial commit, because it's the initial commit configuring the project itself, but for the next commits I will do in a feature branch, and every commit, every push that I will do will be pushed to a different branch, and then I will open a pull request against the main branch. So that's the way I work. And to talk to you guys, the process that I use it to do, I'm using to do in my daily basis, is something like that. I make my task. So here I only configured the project, but if I had it to refactor something, I would refactor something, and then I will check in this tab here, source control, and see the files changed. So I like to see file per file and see my change, what I put here, and that's a good way to see if I forgot some console log and some variable wrong, I don't know, but it's a way to guarantee that I will review my code at least 3 times. So when I am coding itself, here in the files changed, and after in my pull request. So I review my code at least 3 times, and that's a very good thing. So okay, it's so good. It's just the first commit. I will just hit add. Initial project set up with NextJS, Biome, and Tailwind. Okay, if I reload the page, the code's already here, and that's it, guys. As I said, in the next videos I will develop my tasks in a feature branch mode, and when I push this branch to the GitHub, I will send to the main branch via pull request. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's it. See you in the next video.